ADHD gals, I want to hear from you. I am going through a little phase in my life where I'm like, do I have ADHD or do I just have the traits? You know, I've been researching ADHD and the information is so misleading. It's so like one article says one thing, another I'll say another, and I'm just like, what is going on? So yeah, ADHD gals, this one is for you. Okay, I've literally got about 25 minutes until I need to leave for work, and a little thing about me, I have no sense of time, so I will be late, and two, I could literally talk for days about anything, so yeah, I'll just crack on, you know what I mean? So this was bonfire night, I remember, because I was literally going to see the fireworks with my friend. I was in the car, me and Connor were stressing, couldn't find a parking space anywhere. As I said, always running late. Didn't think about leaving a bit earlier. To be fair, in my defence, I feel like I couldn't have really left any earlier. Could have maybe been ready for Connor coming home to leave straight away. But I just thought, where's the fun in that? I just waited until he got in and then got ready. I don't know. Anyway, so we were really running late, okay. My friend and her little fling were in the back of my car. Connor was driving my car, so sensory overload. Connor was trying to park my car anywhere. I was scared I was going to get a ticket, and then me and Connor were having to be domestic in the front. My pal in the back was giggled. There was just a lot going on. And we were kind of just like blanking her out because she was saying like, what we're here, what we're there, but me and Connor were like deep into, you can't park there, I'm going to get a ticket. Anyway, my pal ended up coming up and was like, that, Kiara, you've definitely got a wee sprinkle of ADHD. And from then, I've been spiralling, and I actually don't know when bonfire night is. Is it the 4th of November? Can't remember. The 5th? Don't know. Anyway, so since then, so it's actually probably been about exactly a month that I've been going back and forward, like, do I have ADHD? And there's moments that I'm like, 100% I do. And then there's like other days I'm like, nah, I don't, I just think that's my personality. But then, is that what ADHD people think before they get diagnosed? I'm not really sure. That's where yous come in. Thank you. Leave me a little cheeky comment. Slide into my DMs. During this point, I was watching Traitors, and the girl called Kat Burns, the singer, she sings like Go and things like that. I think she's actually roughly about my age, and she spoke a little bit about ADHD and autism on the Traitors, and then I just love when I love someone on a TV show, I need to watch every single interview they've ever been in. So I was listening to her on Great Company, I think it was, and she was discussing about ADHD and autism and all her ADHD traits. I thought, wow, that really seems like every single episode of my pod I've ever done. Like a lot of my eps at the start, not like this is still the start of my little ep journey, but my first few episodes, every ep I was going, yeah, that's something I need to work on, and everything that I was discussing, for example, I think it was the one I was talking about routines, I literally can't tidy unless like I physically want to and I'm in the mindset to, and if I'm not, my body just like, it's like I'm paralysed. I'm like, I literally can't, it's like I'm frozen. I'm like, I literally can't do it even if I actually wanted to. I can't. My body's saying, no, don't do that. And I get a bit like that as well. Like, at work, if I get told I've done something wrong, I'll feel frozen like, well, I just give up. Like, but I feel like everyone feels like that. I feel like the symptoms or traits, whatever, that I'm feeling, I just feel like that's a typical human trait. Like, I'm like, I just think that's my personality. Like, if someone tells me I have done something wrong and I need to change something, I just go, feeling a bit deflated. And now I don't even want to fix it. And I want to do anything apart from fix it. Do you know what I mean? And then I get in my own head and I'm like, well, I've done it wrong, so that means I'm bad at everything, and I just spiral into a bad situation. And eventually I will. I'll know I need to. Deadlines help me a lot. Like, I'll clean my house if my dad says, I'm going to be coming up on Sunday for a breakfast. And I'll be like that. Shit. Excuse my language. Like, I need to get this house, like, gleaming before he comes. And I basically he wouldn't judge. He absolutely does. Like, he'll come in and go, some dog hairs on that floor there. And I'll be like that. Ugh. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's more like, I want, not prove him wrong, because my house was messy 3 minutes before he came. But it's more of a, like, I don't know. I used to stay with my dad, and if I cleaned, I'd want him to be like, oh, well done. He never would. But so I'd leave the hoover out in the middle of the hall. Or I'd put the hoover away, but like wrap up the wires like a different way that he would. Um, my dad's definitely like, he's a clean freak, so he would notice stuff like that. Um, so yeah, or um, I would clean and I would put his toothbrush like in the sink, standing up in the sink hole, just to annoy him. Just to be like, I cleaned. Look. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, that's nothing to do with what I'm talking about. Anyway, so yeah, deadlines work really well for me. They do stress me out, but it forces me to get the thing done. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of like a wee bit of like motivation, you know? Um, Also, other things I've seen, and some of the traits and things like that. Like I done like a little like fake assessment thing, and it came back like very strong signs of ADHD. I'm like, but is it though, or is it just like typical human traits? Do you know what I mean? Like walking in a room, forgetting why you're there. Like story of my life. I walk into work and think, what am I doing here? Do you know what I mean? I just think I don't know, I'm just a forgetful gal. Like the other day I was making a scrambled egg and I lost my fork and I'd put it in the cupboard. Why is it there? I don't know. Can't remember doing it. I think it must have been when I was getting like the bread out. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. But yeah, I think that I'm like, that's just my personality. I'm just a wee bit ditzy, you know? Is that what ditzy means? I'm not sure. I'm just forgetful and just a bit like in my own wee world. I love that. Do you know what I mean? Some of the wording as well. I'm not Einstein, do you know what I mean? So some of the way that the word, like the questions for the online test, I'm like, I don't even know what that means. Do you know what I mean? Like, sorry, you've lost my interest. And not being funny, it took me about 3 days to actually fill out the whole test because I kept getting distracted. People kept sending me notifications and I'd forget about it. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I don't know. When other people like speak about their ADHD, I definitely do relate to it, and I think, wow, this is literally all my eps, you know, and like needing um, that boost. Like I didn't realize I was doing it, but every time I'm cleaning, if Connor's not here to like encourage me basically and force me to, then I'll like phone someone. So I'm on the phone to my sister, I'm on FaceTime to my mom, like. I need to have like someone there speaking to me, and if there's no one, I'll have a podcast on. Like I need someone or something to like boost that morale. I don't know if that's the right word. Well, a lot of words that I don't know why I'm using today. Boost my like motivation and boost my energy. Like I need someone there to be like, you can, and not even that, like I just need someone to chat to so it takes my mind off of what I'm actually doing. But I'm like, isn't that just everyone? You know? I was thinking as well, like, so I actually ended up put it into my family group chat. My dad says, I've literally been telling you you've got ADHD for years, and I thought, thanks very much. Didn't think he was being serious. My dad says a lot of things, do you know what I mean? And I just think, over my head, do you know what I mean? I just think he's just making a comment. I don't think it's actually about me, do you know what I mean? Anyway, and then I asked this girl at my work, she's had a lot of experience with like people with ADHD and autism and things like that. And she was like, yeah, I think you do have ADHD. And then I went home and then I got really sad and I thought, yeah, I don't think I would ever want a diagnosis. Like I've went 23 years buzzing about, do you know what I mean? And no one's noticed, apart from obviously my dad. But if I have it, then my dad definitely has it because I am literally like his double. I'd hate to admit. I hope he didn't listen to that bit. Anyway, I was saying he's actually my double, so he's like me. I'm not like him. Do you know what I mean? Um, yeah, he copies everything I do. And then I was looking into masking, and do you know when you mask? Because if I'm masking, I'm obviously masking it to myself as well, because I literally have no idea. The only thing I can think of is like when I'm around like my mum and dad and my siblings, I'm so much like louder than I am around like people in my work. People in my work, I'm quite myself, but just like a calmer version. So I don't know if that's me unmasked or if they just turn me into a child. I feel like they're younger, they're like maximum 13. Libby's like 10, 11. So I'm like, they just turn me into like a little 12-year-old again. And I'm like loving life. And I'm just like one of them. Do you know what I mean? Like I'm not 10 years older. Literally like one of them part of the pack. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know if it's just that. Around the corner, sometimes I'll have like bursts of energy and I'm like in his face annoying him. And he's like, sometimes he's like, I actually hate when you're in these moods because he doesn't know like how to take me, because I'm like excited, but I don't know. He's like, I don't know if you're happy or sad. And I'm like, either die, hon. Just go with it. Do you know what I mean? If that's when I'm like, I'm bored and I'm just really annoying, and like he'll say something to me and I'm just like blunt, and but I'm excited and I'm like in his face and I'm wanting his attention. I'm just like a wee kid. I don't know what that is. I don't know if that's ADHD or if that's just me being silly. Do you know what I mean? Like, and when you look at on TikTok, worst place to go, on YouTube or Google it, even chat GPT, I'm like, I actually have no idea. Like, there's so much, it's so conflicting. Like, one I'll tell you one thing, the other will tell you another. I think I actually did research ADHD like a couple of years ago, thinking I'd maybe had it, but I didn't put in women, and that's probably a big mistake because then it was giving me all like hyper. I'm not hyper. I get like, not even every day, like maybe like once or twice a week, I'll like be really energetic and annoy Connor and that, or like when I see my, it depends when I see like my little siblings and that, that I'll be like really energetic or whatever. Sometimes in work I do get like that, but not very often. But I actually love that side of me. I'm like, oh, I'm just like a little kid again. It's so good. When I googled it the first time and was like doing my research and things, it was all giving me like the typical boy ADHD symptoms, and I didn't really know that there was a difference. But apparently, women in ADHD is like the hardest thing to diagnose, and it goes unseen a lot of the time. I think because it's not affecting me majorly, like there is some things like I wish that I didn't have to recharge my social battery every time I went to work. Like every single time I go to work, I get a migraine, I come home and I need to go for a nap. I physically can't function. I just feel literally drained. And it's not even like that I hate my work, because if I hate my work, I just wouldn't be there. And I love working with kids, and I feel like it's really rewarding at times and things like that. Working in childcare is full on. Like, I've got about 70 kids in there, got about 40 members of staff that I don't even know half their names still, which is really bad for it there for like a year and a half or something. You've got meetings, you've got all that, and it is a lot. And you've got dates to remember, which I'm really bad at. Oh, that's actually another trait. And when I do have dates, it freaks me out. I've actually put my browser in and I had to change the appointment because it landed on someone else that I was doing at work. Do you know what I mean? Like, my work thing was at like 2:30. My browser went until like 6 after my work. But I couldn't have them on the same day because it freaks me out. I can't have two things on the same day. I would rather actually not have two things in the same week. This time of year just freaks me out, and I'm in overdrive. Like, this has been on my mind for about 3 months, and that's not even a joke. This happened in October. I had a really bad migraine, and I just went home and went right to bed. And it was a migraine that you start like losing some of your vision, and you literally can't speak. Well, I could speak, but I was just like slurred, like I was drunk. And it was really sore, and I was really upset, and I just went right in. I just came home and went right to bed, and that was me for literally the whole night. And the next morning I phoned my mum, and my mum was like, how was the dentist? And I thought, sugar, I forgot about the dentist. To be fair, I wouldn't have been able to go. Like, I would have, if I remembered, I actually would have went, because I don't like carrots and things. The thought of having the glasses on and the big bright light when I've got a migraine, literally can't see. And I actually think it was just for a checkup. But it's still terrifying, and I haven't phoned them, and they didn't phone me to be like, you missed your appointment, and I've not phoned them. So I'll probably just never go to the dentist ever again. What else is there to do? Can't face them, to be honest. It's terrifying, and I just can't do it. Having appointments and having so many, not even appointments, but like things planned, really freaks me out. Like, I'll cancel if I meet my pals, I'll cancel on them all the time, because I just hate knowing I have to do something. That is kind of like, it's not like a deadline, but it's kind of like when I know, I hate planning holidays, knowing people book holidays like a year in advance. I hate that, and I can't do it any shorter because I need to pay the instalments. I'm not going to pay like £600 or £1,000 up front of my, no I'm not, because who's got that money? Not me. So I'm just kind of like, I've got a holiday in June, I think, July. I've got a holiday in July coming up, and it's freaking me out. I'm like, anything could happen in that time, do you know what I mean? I just don't like it. It worries me. So yeah, that's kind of where I am just now. I felt the last 2 episodes I wasn't really myself because I was kind of overthinking this and totally spiraling out of control. And like that's all I was really researching, and I wasn't really ready to talk about it, if that makes sense. So yeah. No, I am, because I'm kind of coming up with that and I'm kind of like, oh well, if I have it, I have it. I'm not going to get a diagnosis because I don't want one. I think knowing you've got something and thinking you might have something is completely different. Like, I don't think I want to know. I'd rather just keep being me. And I wouldn't be taking the medication anyway because I don't like tablets and I don't like taking anything like that. Even though I take my pill every night, that's a bit different. But like paracetamol when I've got a migraine, no. I don't want it. The doctors gave me tablets for my migraines. Don't take them. They make me feel like really, really horrible. I just don't like taking tablets. I just feel like I've got a sore head. My body can fight it itself. Obviously it can't because I literally get one every single day, apart from on the weekend. But yeah, I like to lie to myself. Anyway, I'm going to go now because I'm literally running late for work, but I hope you have the most amazing day. And if you have any traits or if you have ADHD, could you please let me know what you think of me? Maybe watch a couple of episodes and then let me know. Thank you so much for listening. Keep it sassy, keep it classy, and I'll see you next Sunday. And don't forget to have a little look in the description. You could follow me, you can ask me anonymous questions or send me your dilemmas, all anonymous, in the forms below. Yeah, I'll see you next week. Mwah, love ya.